Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to Coffee with Job. After last week where we did the Lord have mercy and that seemed to go so well, I thought I would continue this at 11 o'clock every day. That's the day when we get our announcements about how many cases there have been and how many deaths and so on. And as I said, it's just endlessly depressing and often, to be honest, quite despairing and legalistic. And I thought, why don't we just sit down just for a couple of minutes and take some hope from this, from God's Word? And I thought, strangely enough, the book of Job. Now, I preached on Job a couple of times, and what I found amazing was how many non-Christians really benefited from it. So that's what we're going to do. Now, let me explain a little bit why I'm doing this. I'm supposed to be in Perth just now. All my work has been severely curtailed and it was all meant to be relaunched. It's a strange providence. There's a lot of stuff happening that has not been really good. My dad dying and not being able to go home and be with my mom and family. Missing family at home. I was ill for about 3 weeks, and then there's just other things that have been happening. And I know that some of you will just look and say, just get over it. There's people far worse off than you. What are you complaining about? And, I don't have much to complain about. There's so many good things. But when you read the book of Job, there are such people as Job's comforters. And, come on. There's always someone worse. That Indian proverb, what does it say? I complained of having no shoes until I met a man with no feet. Yeah, that's not much comfort, guys. And while sometimes we do need to be shaken out of our self-absorption, I suggest there's a different way, and that's why we're going to look at this book, the book of Job. I'm reminded Annabelle and I were in New York one time, and Annabelle had a runny eye, and we loved New York, and New Yorkers, they were so blunt, and she was standing in a chemist trying to get some ointment for it, and it looked as though she was crying because the tears were running down. And this woman in the queue just turned around to her and said, "Get over it, get over it." So, no, we're not talking about getting over it. This is a different way of looking at things. So, when we're looking at Job, I'm recommending this book, Christopher Ash's book, The Wisdom of the Cross. Now, it's a commentary, and people say, well, who reads commentaries? Just geeks and ministers preparing for sermons. But this one's different. This is outstanding. Annabelle has been reading through it, I think twice, for her devotions. It is an astonishing book. And it's The Wisdom of the Cross, Job, The Wisdom of the Cross. Highly recommended. But rather than begin, each day we'll begin with a section of Job, and we'll just go through the whole book. But I want to begin with James chapter 5, verse 10. Brothers and sisters, as an example of patience in the face of suffering, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. As you know, we count as blessed those who have persevered. You've heard of Job's perseverance and have seen what the Lord finally brought about. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Job's, in the circumstances we are in, we need patience. We need perseverance. Whatever circumstances you have, you don't need someone coming and telling you, get over it, or just do this or just do that. Yes, sometimes we need correction and we need rebuke. But most of all, we need to be able to look at Christ. So, the Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Look what the Lord finally brought about. And the message of the book of Job is very simply this. This is your thought for the day. You look to the Jesus who is full of compassion and mercy. Now, there are lots of questions that can arise out of that, but I would just simply say, that's what you and I need. I take my coffee. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for this book of Job. And we'll be here every day, Monday to Saturday. I think on Sunday I'm going to do something different. Every day, Monday to Saturday, we'll look at the book of Job. So feel free to join us. God bless you, and I hope and pray that you see the compassion and mercy of Christ this day.